So let's discover the world's most impactful healthcare professional in the field of IBD. We've been looking at DOL Finder, and here's Dr. Aline Charabaty. We see here she's ranked #1 in the world for overall impact on peers in the conversation about IBD. Let's actually dive straight into her profile. We can see here from the start, she's on X, she's on LinkedIn, she's on Instagram and Blue Sky, and we could click through to those profiles and learn about what she's saying on those platforms. And I'm going to scroll through the DOL Finder profile. We know that she's impactful on other healthcare professionals. We can learn about her interest in products and trials. We can learn when in time she's posting, how she responds to other people a lot along the way. But I'm interested in diving into what topics is she interested in. It's not unusual to find research and data and treatment as high topics among healthcare professionals who are really scientifically trusted among their peers. But I'm particularly interested here to see patient experience coming up as the third most common topic that Dr. Charabaty is posting about on social media. And I'd quite like to learn a bit more about that. So I look over here at the hashtags and I see that, yes, IBD is a common hashtag in the IBD space, but she's also hashtag Crohn's. So it might be that Crohn's as a particular indication within the IBD space is of particular interest to her. And then she's got this, it's actually Monday Night IBD hashtag. Well, Monday Night IBD, if you look it up, is actually a weekly chat that takes place on Twitter and other platforms where healthcare professionals and others talk about IBD and actually sometimes connect with patients and the wider community. So she's interested in connecting with the community and perhaps supporting that community in their learning about IBD. That's quite interesting. I scroll down here, I skip past the mentions that, where she talks about pharmaceutical companies in this space, and I'm really interested to know, is she talking about patient advocacy groups? And here I see the PAGS mentioned component, and it tells me that yes, she's talking about the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, IBD-CIS, and then we also see a couple of smaller mentions here for Crohn's and Colitis UK, and we see other mentions of patient advocacy groups. So she's quite engaged with the patient advocacy conversation. I'm actually going to come down and see who is she talking to? Who is she mentioning in other accounts? And again, I see here Monday Night IBD. It's actually the account that she mentions the most. So she's really clearly engaged with that community. I'm quite interested to dive down into the topic cloud, the word cloud of what is the most used terminology in her conversation about IBD. And right here we see patients. Yes, Monday Night IBD. Again, it's a big part of her conversation, but we see patients in there. PTS is short for patients. Patient-related terms in that conversation. So yes, she's sharing science. Yes, she's talking about pharmaceutical companies, but clearly she's engaged in the patient conversation and she's particularly interested in talking about patients and their needs.